lies about how easy it is to find an apartment in Puerto Rico. Because the part they leave out is you're not supposed to find it the American way. And if you try, you're going to overpay, get scammed, or both. Stay tuned, because in a few minutes, I'm going to tell you about the most common apartment scam people moving to Puerto Rico fall for. This video is part of my series titled Everything You Want to Know About Puerto Rico, where I answer subscriber questions. And one of the top questions I often get is, how do you actually find an apartment in Puerto Rico? Not a vacation rental, not an Airbnb, not somebody's cousin friends knows somebody, but an actual apartment. So let's break it down the real way, not some TikTok fantasy. And make sure you stay to the end, because the way to find the cheapest housing is actually the hardest, and most people don't even talk about it. So here's what most people do. They're still in the States with how they operate here. They open Zillow, they open apartments.com, they type in San Juan apartments, and suddenly they're like, why is a 1-bedroom $2,500 with bars on the windows? Because you're using the wrong tools in the wrong place. Those sites technically work in Puerto Rico, but people here don't really use them like that. So what you're seeing is low inventory, overpriced listings, and landlords literally targeting people moving from the States. Which brings us here to why this matters. Puerto Ricans know something very important right now. A lot of people are moving from the States to Puerto Rico. And they also know you don't know the real rents yet. You're probably searching online, just likely on a timeline. So yes, some landlords absolutely take advantage of those situations and overprice online listings on purpose. That doesn't mean everyone is scamming, but it does mean online listings are usually not the best deals. And there's actually one WhatsApp housing chat in particular. If you know, you know. This is notorious for overpricing apartments. And I've seen places sit vacant for months. Which brings me to a quick note. If an apartment has been vacant for months, that's a red flag. Either the landlord is known for being difficult, or the price is too high. A simple question you should always ask is, how long has this unit been vacant? That question alone will tell you a lot. And real quick, if you're new here, this is probably the part where you're wondering why I'm even doing this video. My name is Jade, and welcome to my channel, Get Into the Black, where we explore life, business, and culture our way from Puerto Rico to the world. And for all my kinfolk, you know what to do. Hit that like button like it owes you money. And drop a comment so that I know you're here. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and join the kinfolk. And with that being said, let's continue with this video. Let's talk culture, because this is where Americans struggle the most. Business in Puerto Rico does not move the same way. Appointments are more, fluid. Communication is more rational. Timelines are kind of vibe-based. It happens if it happens. If you message a landlord today and say, "Can I see the apartment next Friday?" they will forget about you. Not because they're rude, but because that's not how things move here. Key rule: do not schedule viewings too far in advance. The sweet spot is about same day, next day, max 3 days. Anything beyond that, you're just rolling the dice. Do yourself a favor and plan your apartment search when you're already in Puerto Rico or just a few days before arrival. You can use online, but use it strategically. Online will probably be your first step, but it shouldn't be your final one. The sites that actually work better than here are Clasificados, which is basically Puerto Rico's version of Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups focused on renting or subletting, WhatsApp group chats. And yes, if you're serious about moving here, get used to WhatsApp, okay? Businesses use it, landlords use it, community happens there. Puerto Rico runs on WhatsApp. Next, I'm about to get into the most common apartment scams people fall for, but before I do, I want to share with you that if you're someone who's genuinely interested in deeper cultural immersion, history, and community, here I'm slowly building a heritage retreat interest list. It's an email list for people who want more than just some surface level information that I give here on the channel. There's no pressure, just something to keep on your radar, you know? Now, on to the most common apartment scam. Make sure you do not want to skip this. If someone asks you to pay a deposit just to view the apartment, that's a scam. I don't care about how nice they sound. I don't care about how good the pictures look. I don't care if they say this is how we do it here. No, we do not pay to see a unit ever. That's not a cultural difference. That's fraud. Next, we have in-person searching. Harder, but it is cheaper. This is where the real deals are happening, okay? Some apartments simply have for rent signs posted. No websites, no online listings, no Instagram reels. And here's the tricky part. Most places don't have leasing offices like in the States. So you have to ask around, track down the building owner, or find the building online if it has a website. It's inconvenience, it's awkward, and yes, it works. The third way is word of mouth. This is where the real cheat code comes in. This goes hand in hand with in-person searching. Talk to people, barbers, neighbors, store owners, your Uber driver, literally anyone. Puerto Rico is relational. Someone always knows someone who has an apartment opening up, has a cousin moving out, or hasn't listed it online yet. This is how locals find housing. The most cost-efficient way to find an apartment in Puerto Rico is in person, through word of mouth, or through community connections. Online listings are usually the most expensive option, not the best one, and that's intentional. Once you understand that, the entire housing market here starts making sense. If you want, I can make a video breaking down how we found our first apartment and where we live now. Just let me know in the comments down below. Puerto Rico will meet you halfway, but only if you stop trying to make it like you're still in the States. That's the key. If you enjoyed this video, you'll really enjoy this one. And until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay black. This is Jade, and you're watching Get Into the Black. Bye-bye.